Sharingan Genjutsu. If you're an Uchiha, you have to be able to use Genjutsu. I know when we talk about illusion techniques, everyone immediately thinks of Itachi, but Sasuke's got some pretty broken tricks of his own. If you don't remember, even when he only had the three-tomoe Sharingan, Sasuke was already able to hit Sai with Genjutsu that made him fall backward, trembling in fear. Later on, he used Genjutsu on Danzo to trick him about the duration of Izanagi, and that deception is what let Sasuke win. See? In a high-speed battle, just losing your sense of time for a few seconds is enough to get you killed. Later, he also cast Genjutsu on Sakura, making her witness a vision of him running her through with a Chidori, and that illusion alone knocked her out cold for quite a while. The power level scales with Sasuke's Sharingan development. His basic three-tomoe version can handle most ordinary shinobi with ease, creating disorienting illusions or simple mind control. The Mangekyo Sharingan version approaches the legendary power of Itachi's Tsukuyomi, though it doesn't quite reach those terrifying heights. But Sasuke also has Genjutsu powerful enough to control even-tailed beasts, though this seems to be an ability of his Rinnegan rather than his Sharingan. No physical contact is needed at all, just eye contact and boom, a deadly kind of romance, right? The chakra cost is relatively manageable compared to Sasuke's more destructive techniques like Amiterasu or Susano. However, maintaining complex illusions or controlling multiple targets requires significant concentration. When using the Mangekyo Sharingan version, the strain on Sasuke's eyes becomes more noticeable, especially if his opponent has strong mental defenses and fights back against the illusion. The true strength of Sharingan Genjutsu lies in its ability to end fights without causing physical harm. Yeah, dead inside, literally. So Sasuke and Naruto have been giving their all for a long time to earn everyone's respect and find their own paths. But you only need 1 second to hit that subscribe button. Don't hesitate. One quick sub will keep you updated on everything Naruto, from legendary scenes to the deepest analyses. Let's build a strong and welcoming Naruto fan community together. Thanks so much, everyone. Now, let's get back to Cursed Seal of Heaven. The Cursed Seal of Heaven represents Orochimaru's most insidious gift to Sasuke. Implanted during the Forest of Death exam, this mark on Sasuke's neck channels the Snake Sanin's chakra directly into his body, creating dramatic power surges with deadly consequences. The seal operates in 2 distinct levels. Level 1 spreads black patterns across Sasuke's skin while boosting his speed, strength, and reflexes to superhuman levels. Level 2 triggers a complete transformation. His skin darkens, hair grows blue, and wing-like appendages emerge from his back, allowing aerial combat. This power boost came at a terrible price. Each activation brought Orochimaru's influence closer to taking control of Sasuke's body entirely. The seal was designed as a possession tool, making every use a gamble with his own identity. During the Valley of the End battle, the fully activated seal allowed Sasuke to match Naruto's one-tailed transformation, demonstrating power that rivaled tailed beasts. Itachi ultimately freed Sasuke from this burden using the Totsuka blade, severing Orochimaru's connection permanently. This liberation forced Sasuke to develop his natural abilities rather than relying on borrowed, corrupted power. Binding Snake Glare Spell. He was Orochimaru's student after all. During the time he still had the cursed seal on his neck, Sasuke was able to use many snake-related techniques. Look at this. Sasuke can instantly call forth large snakes from his sleeves. The snakes emerge with frightening speed and intelligence, wrapping around opponents with crushing force that can break bones or render enemies unconscious. Naturally, these snakes are extremely agile and versatile. They can attack physically, trap opponents, capture them alive, deliver poison, or simply serve as a psychological threat. While this jutsu requires relatively low chakra compared to techniques like Amiterasu or Susano, it demands precise timing and preparation. The summoning contract must be maintained, and Sasuke needs to stay focused to control the serpents effectively. This technique perfectly represents his time under Orochimaru's influence, blending practical combat effectiveness with the Snake Master's signature intimidation tactics. And don't let their size fool you. These snakes are way smarter and more cunning than your average serpent. Hidden Shadow Snake Hands. Hidden Shadow Snake Hands represents one of the most versatile techniques Sasuke learned from Orochimaru. This summoning jutsu allows multiple serpents to emerge from his sleeves or shoulders, creating surprise attacks that catch opponents completely off guard. The technique works through a summoning contract with snakes, letting Sasuke call forth these creatures at will. The serpents can strike with venomous fangs, coil around enemies to restrict movement, or even assist with mobility by latching onto surfaces and pulling Sasuke toward new positions. This multi-purpose nature makes it incredibly useful in various combat situations. What makes this jutsu particularly effective is its element of surprise. Enemies rarely expect snakes to suddenly emerge from Sasuke's clothing, giving him a crucial advantage in close-quarters combat. The serpents operate with impressive speed and coordination, following Sasuke's mental commands to execute complex attack patterns. The chakra cost remains relatively low compared to Sasuke's more destructive abilities, making it sustainable for extended battles. Amiterasu. Amiterasu stands as one of Naruto's rarest techniques, accessible to only 2 characters throughout the entire series. This exclusivity makes it incredibly special. This is a fire-release ninjutsu and a power of the Mangekyo Sharingan. Unlike regular fire techniques that can be extinguished, Amaterasu burns relentlessly until its target is completely consumed. So, while most fire-release jutsu are mainly used for tactical purposes, since normal fire techniques don't actually do much real harm, we can say this flame truly focuses on physical annihilation. However, the technique has clear weaknesses. Fast opponents like the Raikage can dodge it, and creative solutions exist, from Jiraiya's sealing scrolls to Pain's absorption abilities. The technique demands direct line of sight and drains significant chakra while damaging the user's eyes. These limitations prevent it from being overpowered while maintaining its fearsome reputation as an ultimate destructive force. Blaze Release, Kagatsuchi. Kagatsuchi represents the evolution of Amaterasu from a simple destructive force into a versatile weapon system. While his left Mangekyo Sharingan creates the black flames, Sasuke uses his right eye to shape and control them with incredible precision. This dual-eye coordination transforms the uncontrollable inferno into a tactical masterpiece. The technique's adaptability is remarkable. We see Sasuke wrap his ribcage Susano in black flames for ultimate defense, create barriers of flaming spikes that burn and pierce simultaneously, or infuse the flames into his Susano's arrows. Basically, he can shape Amaterasu into whatever form he wants. And yeah, he did take off one of the Raikage's arms. What sets Kagatsuchi apart from raw Amaterasu is its strategic value. Instead of just incinerating targets, Sasuke can now use these inextinguishable flames for crowd control, area denial, and multi-layered combat approaches. The technique perfectly showcases his tactical genius, taking an already deadly ability and multiplying its applications tenfold. However, this power comes at a steep cost, causing severe eye strain and massive chakra drain, especially when creating complex flame constructs or combining with other high-level techniques. Susano, of course, his most overpowering strength. Susano. Sasuke's Susano is one of the most terrifying powers in the Naruto world, representing the ultimate evolution of the Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan. Sasuke's Susano has a deep purple hue, reflecting his dark soul and burning desire for revenge. In its complete form, Sasuke's Susano stands hundreds of meters tall, clad in classic samurai armor with intricate details. Its main weapon is the Indra no Ya bow and arrow, able to fire arrows charged with immense energy, powerful enough to pierce any defense and level entire landscapes. The scariest part is the flight ability of the perfect Susano, turning Sasuke into a war god in the air. When combined with the Rinnegan, Sasuke can use Chebacu Tensei through Susano, creating battles of devastating scale. This power helped Sasuke stand on equal footing with Naruto in Kurama mode, cementing his status as the ultimate Uchiha. Well, I haven't listed all the jutsu he can use yet. Bet you can't name the ones I didn't mention. So, can you guess? My elite ninjas? Amoteakara. Amoteakara stands as Sasuke's most exclusive technique, accessible only through his Rinnegan granted by the Sage of Six Paths. This spacetime jutsu allows instant teleportation by swapping positions with objects or people within range. All spacetime jutsu possess incredible versatility, and of course, this technique is no exception. Sasuke can swap himself with weapons to create surprise attacks, teleport enemies into disadvantageous positions, or escape dangerous situations instantly. We've seen him flex this jutsu multiple times during Team 7's final battle with Kaguya, as well as in numerous shocking, wow-worthy moments throughout Boruto. This technique is seriously overpowered, and for someone with high battle IQ like Sasuke, it's like giving wings to a tiger. Unlike his other signature moves, Amoteakara represents pure strategy over raw power, while Chidori focuses on piercing damage and Amiterasu brings absolute destruction. This technique transforms the battlefield itself into Sasuke's weapon. Chebacu Tensei and Six Paths. Chebacu Tensei. This is one of the Six Paths techniques that Sasuke used. It represents one of the Rinnegan's most impressive abilities. Sasuke launches a black orb skyward that becomes an unstoppable vacuum, dragging earth, rocks, and enemies into its ever-growing mass. The technique requires enormous chakra and intense concentration to maintain the gravitational pull, making it incredibly taxing to use. During his final battle with Naruto, Sasuke created multiple spheres to trap the tailed beasts, effectively suppressing their chakra. Pretty badass, right? Nagato, who has Uzumaki blood, nearly needed an oxygen tank just to manage one Chebacu Tensei. However, the real game changer is Six Paths Chebacu Tensei, which requires both Sasuke and Naruto working together. This collaboration between the Moon Seal, Sasuke's Yin, and Sun Seal, Naruto's Yang, creates gravitational forces powerful enough to seal cosmic-level threats. The Six Paths version literally creates moon-sized prisons. They used this ultimate sealing technique against Kaguya Otsutsuki, demonstrating its ability to contain even goddess-level opponents permanently. While regular Chebacu Tensei can be overcome by sufficiently powerful enemies, the Six Paths variant, with its divine chakra, makes escape virtually impossible. This technique perfectly symbolizes how Sasuke and Naruto's combined power transcends what either could achieve alone. Indras Arrow. Indras Arrow stands as Sasuke's most devastating attack, representing the absolute peak of his power during the final battle with Naruto. This technique requires absorbing chakra from all 9 tailed beasts and channeling it through his complete body Susano, creating a weapon of unimaginable destructive force. The process involves forming a massive bow and arrow construct using his Susano as the foundation. Sasuke concentrates lightning-style chakra alongside the combined power of the tailed beasts, shaping this energy into a colossal arrow crackling with electrical energy. The resulting projectile contains enough raw power to level entire landscapes. What makes this technique truly terrifying is its concentrated nature. Unlike area of effect attacks that spread damage across wide zones, Indra's arrow focuses all its destructive potential into a single piercing strike. The arrow travels at incredible speed, making it impossible to dodge once fired. The chakra requirements are absolutely staggering, demanding not just the tailed beast energy, but also Sasuke's Six Paths power and Rinnegan abilities working in perfect harmony. During his final clash with Naruto at the Valley of the End, this technique matched Naruto's own ultimate attack, creating an explosion that permanently altered the battlefield's geography and demonstrated why these two shinobi stood above all others. Sasuke's Spacetime Dojutsu. Sasuke's Spacetime Dojutsu represents one of the most advanced dimensional manipulation techniques in the ninja world. Through his Rinnegan, Sasuke creates dark swirling portals that serve as gateways between different dimensions. The technique operates by tearing through space itself, allowing him to access hidden realms that would be impossible to reach through conventional means. The jutsu demands enormous chakra reserves, especially when transporting multiple people simultaneously. Sasuke can bring along a small group, like the 4-Kage and Boruto during rescue missions, though this significantly increases the energy cost. Extended use leaves him temporarily unable to activate his Rinnegan or Manjikyu Sharingan abilities. However, unlike Obito's Kamui, this technique causes less physical strain and doesn't result in bleeding or permanent damage. What makes this ability truly formidable is its tactical versatility. Sasuke can appear anywhere across dimensions, making him nearly impossible to predict or contain. This gives him unmatched advantages in infiltration missions and emergency escapes. The technique has evolved beyond simple transportation. becoming a cornerstone of modern high-level ninja operations where dimensional travel opens possibilities that traditional jutsu cannot match. Mystical palm technique. Yeah, our Uchiha guy also knows a thing or two about medical ninjutsu. The mystical palm technique represents a rare departure from Sasuke's usual offensive arsenal, showcasing his ability to heal rather than destroy. This medical ninjutsu works by channeling precise amounts of chakra through the palms to stimulate the body's natural healing processes, accelerating recovery from injuries and internal ailments. Executing this technique requires extraordinary chakra control, proving he's no slouch in this department. Listen to this. The user must carefully regulate the chakra flow to avoid overwhelming the patient's system, which could cause coma or worse complications. Too little chakra makes the healing ineffective, while too much can disrupt the body's natural circulation. He used it to heal Sakura, although he described his chakra as cold and dark, not having the warm, gentle quality that Sakura's chakra possesses. Summoning technique. Sasuke's summoning technique allows him to call upon powerful creatures through blood contracts. He creates hand seals, draws blood from his finger, and channels chakra to activate summoning circles. Originally, Sasuke contracted with snakes through Orochimaru, gaining access to massive serpents like Manda. These creatures could attack with venomous fangs, constrict enemies, or provide defensive cover during dangerous situations. After breaking ties with Orochimaru, Sasuke formed a new contract with hawks around the time of his battle with Itachi. Hawks offer superior mobility, letting him soar through the air and launch aerial attacks. This hawk also saved Sasuke's life during Team 7's battle with Kaguya. The technique demands significant chakra, especially for larger summons, and controlling rebellious creatures like Manda sometimes requires Sharingan Genjutsu. Both summon types serve different tactical purposes. Sasuke mainly uses hawks as mounts, while snakes excel at ground combat and restraining opponents. The scale of summons like Manda and Iota means they have to appear in the most legendary, large-scale battles. Chidori. Chidori is a lightning-based jutsu originally created by Kakashi. The technique focuses a large amount of lightning chakra into the user's hand, creating a piercing force strong enough to cut through solid rock, and of course, a human body, with ease. Its high-pitched screech, like 1,000 birds chirping, makes it instantly recognizable. Sasuke first learned Chidori from Kakashi, marking a turning point in his growth as a ninja. What really sets Sasuke apart is how he evolved the technique. He developed powerful variants like Chidori Senbon for ranged attacks, Chidori Nagashi for area defense, and Chidori Iso for long-range piercing. When he infused it with the Kusanagi sword, it became even deadlier. Even before developing those variations, he once combined Chidori with his cursed seal, transforming it into a dark form called Chidori Habataku. While not originally an Uchiha jutsu, it was the technique that first established him as the strongest lightning release user. More than a technique, Chidori reflects his style, fast, aggressive, and precise. EvilReleasing Method. The EvilReleasing Method stands as the perfect counter to sealing techniques, designed specifically to break powerful binding jutsu. This advanced unsealing technique works by channeling precise chakra manipulation to free trapped consciousness or energy from within cursed marks and similar seals. Sasuke's most dramatic use of this jutsu, and also the only time he ever used it, came when he resurrected Orochimaru during the Fourth Great Ninja War. The process required combining remnants of Orochimaru's consciousness still lingering within Anko's cursed seal with enhanced flesh tissue from Kabuto's experiments. This fusion created a complete restoration, bringing back both Orochimaru's physical form and mental capabilities intact. Honestly, yeah, sounds kind of absurd when you think about it. You know what I mean? Freeing powerful entities like Orochimaru creates unpredictable situations that could backfire spectacularly. Sasuke's calculated gamble paid off when he needed Orochimaru's knowledge about the war's escalating threats. Yeah, sometimes releasing evil serves a greater good. Shadow Clone Technique. Of course, the super basic move for any ninja. Just because we don't see Sasuke using it in battle doesn't mean he can't. Sasuke's clones can create deceptive combination attacks. The memory transfer feature allows any clone's experiences to return to the original, making them useful for reconnaissance or training purposes. But honestly, he mostly uses it just to teach Boruto, since when it comes to fighting, he's got way too many OP moves already. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.